Justin Verlander is one of the greatest pitchers of all time. He won Rookie of the Year, has won 3 Cy Young Awards, a Triple Crown Award, an MVP award, has won Major League Player of the Year, been named an All-Star 9 times, took home an ALCS MVP award, and has helped contribute to 2 championships for the Houston Astros. He is a sure Hall of Famer, and just hasn't stopped dominating no matter how much he ages. It's pretty incredible. With that said, as good as he is, as dominant and as legendary as he is, Justin Verlander also happens to be baseball's biggest diva. Now, I feel like Verlander being a diva, a drama queen, a prima donna, however you want to put it, has always flown under the radar, because it's not like he's necessarily a bad person or anything. He's just done and said questionable things over the years, rubbing people the wrong way, even his own teammates. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Thank you. Back in 2021, Astros owner Jim Crane came up with an idea right before the playoffs, choosing Justin Verlander and Mattress Mac, a well-known businessman based in Houston, to throw out the first pitch before Game 1 of the first round. Verlander hadn't pitched all season long because he was recovering from Tommy John surgery, so I guess Crane thought it would be cool to have Verlander show up and get the crowd going for another Astros playoff run, and get them all excited to see him return the following season. But this first pitch from Justin Verlander never ended up actually happening. Crane called it off. Why? Because after finding out Verlander was chosen to throw out the first pitch before Game 1 of the playoffs, Astros players approached Crane and told him they didn't want Verlander throwing the first pitch because he hadn't been there all season long, as he stayed away from the team while rehabbing and felt there was no reason to spotlight him at this point. Now, however you feel about this situation, it's clear Verlander not being around the team while recovering and rehabbing from his surgery really got under his teammates' skin. I mean, a first pitch is pretty harmless, not the biggest deal in the world, so to go as far as to confront the owner of your team to prevent him from letting Verlander throw out the first pitch means something. And this is a dude who had helped them win a championship 4 years prior, and they still felt the need to stop him from having a little pregame moment. And this also was not the first time Verlander's teammates had an issue with him. Back when he was a Detroit Tiger, Verlander and fellow starting pitcher Max Scherzer apparently butted heads a lot, according to some of their teammates. Reason being because they both kind of had alpha personalities, and it was never necessarily that bad, but there was some friction here and there. And that brings us to the current day, where there still seems to be some friction between the two. This past offseason, Justin Verlander decided to reunite with Scherzer, signing a contract with the Mets, and things didn't necessarily go as planned. Verlander did well in New York for the short time he was there, but the Mets as a team were bad, forcing the front office to trade several players, including Verlander, sending him back to where he came from down in Houston. Soon after the trade, some reports started to come out about how some Mets players felt about Verlander while he was there. It was said that Verlander was largely detached from his Mets teammates this year, and that he was critical of the team's analytics department, complaining about them a lot and saying that they were inferior to the Astros one. An anonymous player on the Mets even told reporter Mike Puma that Verlander was a diva, something that also didn't make Max Scherzer too happy, someone who also complained about Verlander. After these reports made the rounds, Verlander himself publicly came out to address them, releasing a statement that said, "I want to say that I have nothing but respect for the Mets organization, and I enjoyed connecting with all of my teammates this season, new and old. It truly was a wonderful group of people. That being said, we all know the success of a team is made up of more than just the players on the field. Everyone's input is valuable. I'm sorry to hear that a staff member took offense to constructive criticism on how we can improve. Wishing nothing but the best to the Mets moving forward." So it's little things like that here and there that tell you some players have issues with Justin Verlander. Whether they're valid issues or not, the fact of the matter is that he still had issues with some teammates throughout the years. As far as opposing players, I will never forget the time Juan Soto, who wasn't even old enough to legally drink yet, did his little shuffle in Game 6 of the 2019 World Series during an at-bat against Verlander in Houston, something that angered Verlander, with him telling Soto, "Not here, not here," only for him to give up a 600-foot blast on the very next pitch. And as of most recently, Verlander, who's of course back with the Astros, was taking on the Red Sox in Houston, and after Red Sox manager Alex Cora came out to talk to the umpire about a pitch-com issue that was going on with Verlander, with pitch-com being the new device that helps pitchers communicate with their catcher, Verlander started to walk back to the mound, looked back at Cora, and told him to F off. Watch. Now, if you don't remember, Alex Cora was the bench coach on the 2017 Astros, a team Verlander was of course on, so the two have some history of being in the same clubhouse, although there was never any known beef between the two guys. After this little incident though, I'm guessing Verlander isn't the biggest fan of Cora? After the game when asked about it, Verlander said that Cora came out to argue that his pitch-com was actually working, and that he was just using it as a tactic, something he denied, with Cora gesturing to him and basically saying go pitch, adding on that him telling Cora what he did was a heat of the moment thing. So is there any serious kind of beef between Justin Verlander and Alex Cora? You be the judge, but after all the past instances he's had of having some drama with other players, I wouldn't be surprised. Let me know what you think, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.